Colleague, member for Tangney.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. With an increasing share of 457 visa holders going to WA and Queensland, demand-driven migration is delivering migrants effectively to the regions where they are needed. Exactly how the 457 visa program is supposed to work. And anyone who tells you the 457 visa program is not working needs to take another look at the facts. These are not the words of the member for Cook or any of my coalition colleagues, but the former Labor Minister for Immigration, the member for Prospect. This said on the 19th of the 7th, 2011, in an address to the Australian Mines and Metals Association Migration Conference. The amendments contained within the bill, if passed, will introduce the following: labour market testing, extra time provided to workers after ceasing employment with their sponsor, and sponsorship obligations and compliance. Under the amended legislation, sponsors must undertake labour market testing, or LMT, in relation to subclass 457 nominated occupations. To demonstrate LMT, the sponsor will be required to have sought a suitable qualified Australian citizen or permanent resident within 6 months prior to submission of an application for nomination approval. The introduction of LMT for subclass 457 visas is likely to affect companies hiring trade occupations in the first instance, but could extend to occupations in the manager and professional categories in future. The Irish Echo compared the income figures for 53 migrant communities. The ABS data shows that people born in the Republic of Ireland command greater wages than those born almost anywhere else, including Australia. The median weekly income for Australian-born workers is $597 a week, while the figure for all overseas-born workers is $538. Detailed census data provided to the Irish Echo by the ABS shows that over a tenth of Irish nationals living in Australia listed their annual income as $104,000 or more, nearly twice Australia's median annual salary. I raise this on point of relevance to highlight the nonsense of the premise of this bill, and as an appeal to the hypocrisy inherent given the heritage of the Prime Minister and the Minister. There are a number of questions that need to be answered in relation to this bill. First, how can it be the case that a bill that purports to have as its raison d'etre to protect Australian jobs and latterly society endanger those same jobs and society? I refer here to the weakening of the English language requirement required for a successful grant of a temporary sponsored visa. Communicating effectively is the kernel of the new world of work, and that is the type of work this visa was designed to facilitate. A subclass of visa, the 457 subclass, was intended for high-skilled professionals delivering high value-added product to give the Australian marketplace a competitive edge. If the English language requirement is diminished and diluted, if even a jot, then how can it be said that this bill will strengthen demand for the local labour pool or unite our communities? The premise of protecting Australian workers is the critical selling point of the bill, yet under the provisions as is, the bill fails before it even starts. If we may move from the bickering and bloviating, then the story of the real economy and in the real Australia is very different. I have received urgent appeals from the Australian Industry Group, the